Welcome to the Museum of Latin American Art. The Museum of Latin American Art was founded 6 years ago, and its mission is to educate the American audience on contemporary Latin American art.
I founded MOLAA because I thought the time had come for a museum of contemporary Latin American fine art, since there really was no such thing in the United States.
And I must say that the popularity of the museum is not only among the Latino audience, but we have people from a very diverse background that come to the museum and that enjoy it because the culture and the art that they see speaks to them, even if their heritage is not Latin American. Now, in addition to our exhibits, temporary exhibits as well as our permanent collection, we have a very dynamic series of educational activities and special events that give the public a vision, a complete and integrated vision of the arts and culture of Latin America. And I think that all of these activities help us to diversify the audience of Latin America and to create a better understanding not only of the art and the culture, but also on the history and the very spirit of contemporary Latin America. I think that the most important achievement of the museum is that we have a permanent collection that represents artists from all over the continent.
So most of our artists are people who are alive today, who have lived or worked in a Latin American country, and who are contemporary.
We have also had some very successful individual exhibits. Some of the artists are very well known, such as Diego Rivera or Francisco Toledo. Others are artists that are very well known in their own countries, but not in the US, such as the case of artists like the Peruvian De Cislo, or the Panamanian Trujillo, or the Dominican Garcia Cordero.
So we always have 2 or 3 or 4 new shows each year, and during the year we have a permanent collection which occupies about half of the gallery, and we replace different pieces in the permanent collection on a regular basis. About every month we replace 10 or 15%.
We recently had a very successful exhibit by a Mexican sculptor called Jorge Marin. It is an artist that was not well known in the US, though he's very popular in Mexico. And this exhibit allowed him to reach a broader audience, and the exhibit became so popular that we needed to extend for another 3 months. And the direction that the museum is going on is clear. We want to build the largest, the most important, the most relevant museum of Latin American art in the world. That is our goal. We want to establish a very complete and vibrant permanent collection. We also want to diversify our events and to expand on our educational programs as well as our outreach to schools and to the community. We want to be a museum that is national and even international in its presence and in its importance. And we want to be the voice of contemporary Latin American art in the United States today.
Having fun by going to the museum is one of our objectives, and we're getting away from that old concept of a musty museum where you walk through.
We need the active support of the community. We need the economic support of individuals, of governments at the city, state, and national level. Now we are embarking in the last phase of construction of the museum. And this will include a new exterior that will give the museum a more important presence, a more distinguished outlook. We will also do library that will be the only library of contemporary Latin American art in the country. We will do new offices, we will expand the galleries, and we will also do a multi-purpose exhibit and garden space that will have sculptures and that will be also unique in the country. The Museum of Latin American Art is the right museum in the right place at the right time. I invite you to be a part of this institution, to participate in this vibrant place that is unique, and to make a donation for the future of the museum. Your money will help us continue to grow. It will help us to create a fine and distinguished institution that is unique in the world. So be a part of MOLAA. Help us build the finest museum of Latin American art in the world.